They put technology aside and say, when we're together, we're going on walks, we're sharing meals, and we're communicating in totally new and different, but actually really basic human ways.
Now, the digital revolution has transformed our capacity to communicate. And at the outset, it was said to herald a new era of the economy akin to the Industrial Revolution. But the predicted improvements in output and efficiency have not materialized. Critics now question whether these technologies improve our economy or our lives at all.
Even calling these technologies communication technologies is already dangerously misleading, because it gives this impression that what we are doing on these technologies is communicating. But I do think it's important to appreciate the way that these technologies lead us to see communication as really just a set of tasks. And because we divide technology into this task way of looking, then we can think about, oh, well, if we just need to talk, we have a phone. If we just need to type, we have texting. If I need to face-to-face, we have Zoom. But none of these actually embody what it means to really communicate with each other.
You can't personify the tech. It's the design of it, the implementation of it, the politics of it, the usage of it that's problematic. We in, these economies, we do have a problem with distraction and overload and too much, too fast. And it is absolutely right that the Slack channels and the thing don't aid and abet productivity.
I agree on both sides, actually. I think the medium very much is the message. I think communication gets layered and confused, and I think it is the source of a lot of our anxiety and issues and conflict in the world today.
So typically when you start a job, you're given a variety of communication technologies, and you're expected to use them. And thus you're expected to live up to the expectations of the technology. So that, for example, my students email me 2 a.m. And if I haven't replied by 5 a.m., they're deeply offended. But again, this speaks to this idea, I think, that we get used to the immediacy as a positive instead of a negative. So I do think actually it's worrying the degree to which we accept value judgments based on things like speed and efficiency, which, as Jacques Ellul, the French philosopher and sociologist, described, these are technological values. They're not human values. Typically, when we talk about the value of communication, we would say things like, do you actually understand each other, right? Have you actually have a relationship with each other? Not how fast can I get a communication to you, and the speed with which you can come back to me.
We have always valued communication technology just of the day. I mean, the 14th century Moguls had their form of it, involving lots of horses and men, and we had the pigeons, and we had the carrier pigeons, and we had the coffee houses. I mean, I think the question is the embeddedness of these technologies. Isn't that what bugs you, Nolen? I mean, the 5 a.m. emails? It's not literally the technology, is it?
No, it's the technology.
I think there's a rich opportunity to bring the conversation closer together, because one of the things, like in my mind when I'm thinking about this, the question is how might we design better connections with each other? And from that perspective, there's either unspoken social contracts that we have with one another as people, or they're overt. And so some companies take a really active role in shaping what those contracts and what those cultures are. So for example, GitLab has always been 100% remote. And they have thousands of employees all over the world. And the thing that they're solving for is not necessarily remote working, but the asynchronicity of work around the world. And so they have a very strict culture of, first they have a 2,700 page handbook. And so the first stop is consult the handbook. But when they are together, they really dive into meaningful and rich human connection, where they put technology aside and say, when we're together, we're going on walks, we're sharing meals, and we're communicating in totally new and different, but actually really basic human ways. But I don't think communication or technology are the issue we're talking about here. I think it's immediacy. And immediacy is really a social expectation. And so how we frame this and how we think about immediacy is a really great opportunity to think about it as a design challenge, because humans love a design challenge, and we're very creative when we want to think about it that way. So I do believe it's the responsibility of community, society, government, and businesses to think about the impact of immediacy and how do we actively shape the use of technology in this context.
To continue watching this video, click the link in the top left or in the description below, or visit iai.tv for more debates and talks from the world's leading thinkers on today's biggest ideas.